ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಮೋಹನ್ ಎಂ ಶಾಂತನಗೌಡರ್, Honorable Judge, Supreme Court of India, Sri Subro Kamal Mukherjee ji, Honorable Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court, Sri Kagod Timmappa, Honorable Minister for Revenue, Sri T.B. Jayachandra, Honorable Minister for Law and Parliamentary Affairs and Minor Irrigation, Sri Subhash Kuntia, Chief Secretary, Government of Karnataka, distinguished invitees, media friends, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed delighted to inaugurate this national conference convened to discuss one of the most important themes of the present day, reforms in the working of quasi-judicial bodies. Today's national conference is one of the most exceptional occasions when representatives of all the three organs of the state, the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary, have come together to focus their collective wisdom on the topic. As we are all aware, the doctrine of separation of powers envisages a tripartite system in which powers are delegated to the three organs distinctly and separately. This doctrine is being considered as one of the basic features of our Constitution, with the concept of separation of judiciary from the executive being incorporated in the Directive Principles and Article 50. We have now come to accept the fact that the principle of separation of powers cannot be strictly applied in any modern government. Suffice to say that each organ of the state should exercise its powers on the principle of checks and balances, signifying the fact that none of the organs shall usurp the essential functions of the other. The word quasi means not exactly. Thus, an authority is described as quasi-judicial when it has some attributes of judicial functions, but not all. Quasi-judicial function is an action by an administrative agency which ascertains certain facts, holds hearing, weighs evidence, makes conclusions from the facts as a basis for the official actions, and exercises discretion of a judicial nature. When the executive or the administrative performs the judicial functions, it is yet to act as a quasi-judicial authority. Few examples could be National Human Rights Commission, State Human Rights Commission, Information Commissions, various tribunals, commissions of inquiry, ombudsman in various organizations. With this undertaking as the backdrop, we will be better equipped to appreciate the significance of the topic of this national conference. During my brief stint in the legal profession, I had some insights into the working of quasi-judicial bodies, based on which I would like to suggest few gray areas upon which all of you can brainstorm the topic so that reforms are brought about at various levels. Access to justice being the lofty ideal pursued by the quasi-judicial bodies, reforms can begin with their very constitution, composition, and methodologies adopted by them to redress the grievances in an expeditious and inexpensive manner without sacrificing the quality of the orders. I exhort upon all of you to check out a detailed set of guidelines which could be followed by the quasi-judicial authorities across the country. While finalizing these guidelines, best practices followed by certain quasi-judicial bodies ought to be incorporated. As an example for emulation, I would like to mention the case which system, the case watch system adopted by the Karnataka Appellate Tribunal, for which our government has provided financial assistance of rupees 9.74 crore. This unique software helps the general public and advocates to file their cases online and track the cases till their disposal. For the expeditious disposal of cases, the proposal for establishing 2 more benches and genuine demand of an exclusive building for the Karnataka Appellate Tribunal are under the active consideration of our government. Friends, it is high time that activism is infused in the quasi-judicial bodies, similar to the judicial activism prevalent in the courts. May this national conference be the harbinger of change in the destiny of quasi-judicial bodies. I wish this national conference all success. Thank you all. Jai Hind,